Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 189. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? I just watched Toy Story 5. The 5th movie in the Toy Story franchise. 6th movie if we're counting Lightyear as a spinoff. It stars Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, Greta Lee, Wallace Shawn, Annie Potts, Keanu Reeves, Ernie Hudson, Craig Robinson. It is directed by Andrew Stanton, who directed Finding Nemo, and Dory, who directed WALL-E, who directed John Carter, and a movie that went straight to Hulu within the last couple years, and I literally just forgot what it was called. So, let's say you got Bonnie. She still plays with her toys while her peers are on tablets. She is finding it difficult to make friends because she's playing with toys and they're playing with tablets. Jessie has assumed the role of bedroom leader, and she's worried about Bonnie. She's taking it upon herself to try to help Bonnie find some friends, make some friends. But Bonnie's parents get her a tablet that throws a monkey wrench in the whole plan. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year, no question. But it wasn't until the trailer came out that really sold me. The trailers, the marketing kind of felt like it could have some Toy Story 3 level emotionality. And while I think Toy Story 4 is a very good movie, I don't think it comes close to being as good as the first three. The first three Toy Story movies, just as a 3-movie thing, it's a perfect trilogy. So, while the toys have a new kid, I don't fully feel like Toy Story 4 and 5 are necessary. And Toy Story 5 is really good. It's really good. And it doesn't try to retcon Toy Story 4. So Woody is still and that's my thing. Toy Story 4, I thought Bonnie was a little asshole because at the end of 3, Andy was hesitant to give Woody away. But my cowboy doll, and not that a little 4-year-old preschooler or whatever guilt tripped Andy, but the excitement and the joy that Woody gave Bonnie, I played into why Andy was willing to pass on his memories to another kid. Fast forward Toy Story 4, Bonnie is not picking Woody for playtime. So I was not a Bonnie fan in Toy Story 4. Bonnie not playing with Woody and seeing how Bo Peep had gotten along and survived all those years pushed Woody to change his mindset and completely throw away his whole way of thinking. He was down to stay in an attic for Andy. He was not down to stay in a closet for Bonnie. And Jessie has assumed bedroom leader. In Toy Story 5 now, Woody is still saving toys while technology is taking over. I love that Jessie got to be the lead. Cause the original Toy Story is more or less a Buzz Lightyear movie. And it's kind of the same, it's a similar logic. The original Toy Story and Toy Story 5 are a similar logic. A pull string talking cowboy doll, and a press a button Space Ranger action figure whose helmet does that whoosh thing. And here we are, and now it's technology and toys. Like, what is going to entertain the kids? And like, this movie hits home. I'm not a parent, but this movie like really emphasizes that kids should not be glued to technology, screen time. You know what I mean? And like, that had me thinking, my generation, 80s babies, 90s kids, we had Game Boys, we had like the handheld Segas, we had like Pokemons or Tamagotchis or whatever the little, like, I forget what the girls had. Boys had Tamagotchis because we could raise them little things, plug them in together, and they would fight and all of that. Like my sister, I know my sister knows, but it's not like I can like bring her into the video and get the brand name. But like it was still, I got home from school, my homework was cool. I was outside playing basketball, chilling hanging out with friends until it got dark, until the street lights came on, whatever. So it's like, and maybe it's because there was no online interaction. Like I could play a video game, I could play a Killer Instinct, a Mortal Kombat, a GoldenEye, Power Rangers, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, some games based on movies. Like in my day, I'm aging myself out like a motherfucker. In my day, every movie had a video game companion. Mario, Duck Hunt, whatever. But it's like, that wasn't life. Like, I wasn't all consumed by video games. And like I said, like, y'all be on Call of Duty and all that shit now, but you're competing and teaming and playing with people down the street in a state, hundreds of miles away, and somebody in another country on the other side of the world. So like, the technology has evolved in such a manner, but it also shows the downside of technology. And I don't know, it just like, toys are still important for kids. And again, maybe like me, like I had WWE, WWF action figures and played with them into my teenage years. Shit was fun. Just imagination and getting the wheels turning and cooking up different adventures with your toys is fun. And I think this hits a lot of that home. And Jessie, again, like I said, the main toy in this movie, just like Toy Story 3, like Woody was dead set on not letting the toys stay at the daycare. Like, Andy was the most important thing, and what Andy needed from those toys, if it was being in an attic, if it was going to college, like, that was it. Like, that was Andy's mission. And Jessie's mission in this is to make sure that Bonnie can make friends, whether that's, and just her, like, evolution of, like, understanding how friends needed to be made. But we get even more than Toy Story 2, we get more Jessie backstory, because she's going through this like existential, like, another kid that doesn't need me and I'm not important. That's the only thing. After Emily, after Andy, Jessie, I feel like Jessie should understand at this point, kids grow up. And it's not that you're trash, like Forky was saying in Toy Story 4. It's just that you gotta find a new kid. And just the adventures in this franchise of this family of toys, like, staying together is great. I love that shit. Like Joan Cusack, Tim Allen, like the Tony Hale, Tom Hanks, Annie Potts. The voice work is great. The humor is great. Woody isn't there for a kid to like keep him fresh anymore. So like, him being old and the bald spot, it's in the marketing, it's in the trailers, it hits in the movie. This is a funny movie. This is an emotional movie. Cause like me, like, I know I have friends, but it's like, my friends, I consider them more than friends. Like the people that I am close with today, I consider closer than friends. So like, I feel like I was always on the outside, especially as a kid. Like, I had my group, I don't know. It's like I had friends, but I also felt like an outcast. Because most of my friends growing up were in a grade below me. So it's like I didn't have a lot of close friends. Like as a kid, in my grade, my peers in my grade, I just don't feel like I was very well liked. And like I said, because all of my friends were in the grade under me. And like I said, now like I don't feel like I have friends. I have like people that I work with, and I have people that I feel like are closer than friends. So I don't know, maybe it's like conflicting logic. So like it hit me on an emotional level while like still trying to achieve the goal. And then there's this subplot, there's this Buzz subplot. And I was like, where is this going? Like, this is cool. This is whatever. The way the movie starts, it like, okay, like, what are we doing here? What is this leading to? And what it led to was very cool. I really liked what it led to. The trailers locked me in. That's why this ended up on my most anticipated list. I think this is better than I'm giving it the same rating I gave 4, but it's better than 4. And like, we're gonna get 6. Because this is gonna make money, because Onward and Soul, maybe even Luca, like, they weren't gonna make money. Pandemic, COVID, that they weren't gonna make money. But y'all don't go see Turning Red. Y'all don't go see Elemental. Y'all don't go see Elio. Y'all don't go see Hoppers. So that's why we get Toy Story 5. That's why we get Coco 2, Incredibles 3. That's why we get franchises. Don't be surprised if Cars 4 gets announced. A new Monsters Inc. movie. A new Nemo movie. Disney is going to give us franchises because y'all don't go watch their original movies. Hext is going to come out in November. It's going to make $20. So then they're going to announce Bolt 2. They're going to announce Wreck-It Ralph 3. They're going to announce Frozen 9 because y'all don't go watch anything that isn't a franchise, and then you bitch about why nobody puts out any original movies. Look in the mirror when you do that shit, and I know I've ranted on that in these videos before. If you want original movies, you have to support original movies, or else get stuck in the franchise machine. It's basic, it's simple. So with all that being said, man, I will say that in my opinion, Toy Story 5 was almost dope as fuck. Have you seen Toy Story 5, man? What you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between, let me know. See, like, I, for one, I'm not mad at franchises if they're this good. So I recently put up reviews for Disclosure Day. The weekend before that was Masters of the Universe, scary movie. The plan next weekend is to watch and review Supergirl and Jackass, best and last. And then the weekend, not release day, but the weekend of 4th of July, I'll see Minions and Monsters. Be on the lookout for all of that, man. Reckley Podcast won't be coming at y'all this weekend because of Father's Day, but when we return, we'll hit y'all with a third quarter preview. So be on the lookout for all of that, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.